funny yesterday. It's like I had absolutely no fear of having her bump up to my legs like she did. You know, she got, and then to bounce back behind her like that. Like, I could have totally taken a double barrel to the face and didn't even think of it until later. I'm like, I thought it was pretty dumb, and she had decided to spoon. Have her go all the way around one time. I don't like that she's taken on this looking out thing. Kind of hoping that I fixed that yesterday, but I didn't. Very deliberate too. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good. 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 Good girl. Good girl. Too bad she did that with such nasty faces. It's up to you if you want to do it one more time. I don't think you're going to get friendlier faces, but she is focusing at least. Try to get it to where you're doing the whole thing. So from loop to stop to back through. You know what I mean? So it's not where we actually have to detour and get focused just on that piece. Like try to make it more all one fluid game. Which is just, she needs the help. It's not that you're not doing it right. She needs the help. Good. She wouldn't wave that in your face if you turn your face the other way, Dodo. Good. 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 Good girl. Good. I like she does understand she's supposed to back through. Good. Because that's important, especially. Good girl. She's feisty this morning. It was a compliment to your mom, not to you. is this what she's been doing with the saddle?
Yes.
Okay. Now it's just when you reach under my belly is when I'm gonna start moving again. Yeah, that's the part I don't like. I don't like being squeezed. So what you can do to help her with this part is go ahead and get that. And then just put the rope, like put the thing through the loop, but don't loop it. And now you're gonna kind of do the same thing you were just doing, except you're gonna squeeze her without. Okay. Okay. So then you're gonna squeeze her, and if she's moving, you're just gonna kind of stay there, squeeze until she stops moving. Then you're gonna release it.
Okay.
So if you squeeze her and she's gonna keep like pulsating the squeeze, as soon as she stops moving, you're gonna stop.
Okay.
If she lets you just do it, then great. But that's how you're gonna fix that. Is you're gonna let her know that this is gonna keep happening until you stop. Yep. Try to manage her. No, encourage the stance. Good. Now stop. Good. Rubber. Let her know she's doing a good job when she does it. That's nice. She thought it through. Now you get one more. Just far apart. So what happens is you turn it into a trigger to tell her to stop. So like when I teach horses about fly spray, or I teach horses about being hosed off, I do what I call schooling a stop button. So I'll spray them on their chest until they stop moving their feet. And then I move down to their shoulder. If they start moving their feet again, I'll go back to the chest till they stop moving their feet. And then I'll go, and so I always have a place that I can bring it to that says stop moving your feet. And then gradually you can expand to how far, whatever you're going to do. But at least you've just installed a stop button by saying, I'm going to keep tugging on this until you stop. Yeah. Stop. It's a breath. You don't want to stop because it's a breath. You don't have to. Thank you. Are we lost over there?
Don't fight my butt.
Yes. That's okay. Sorry. Okay. So you in one more time this way. Then you come out and around, and then in behind here, and then down. So just think you go in 3 times. So if you didn't go in 3 times. Now the one thing I did notice yesterday, fortunately we've done all that, is this kept working its way out. So we're gonna start with it a little bit less out. Going with the grain of the hair. See me in my barn when I think I want to do something, and I'm like a chicken with my head cut off. I'll like take 4 steps this way, turn back, take 2 steps that way, turn back. I'm always waiting for somebody to say, what is wrong with you? Luckily, I only do it on my own. I'll think, oh, I should do more of this now. Yeah, so I spend a little bit of time. No excuses. Aw, she's sweet. Old hack. Yeah, like an old hack horse now. Oh, and then that's certainly an opportunity to take advantage of just loving on her. Say, look, you've been so great for me, I'm just going to sit here and love on you for a minute. I know, I like you. You like your loves. Now you're going to demand love? Okay, so let's just kind of move her around and see if she's going to get all sucked up like she did yesterday for a brief second. I can take the barrels out now. Not as well as I hoped. So I always like to at least get a trot on them before I, good girl. So what I did with her yesterday too, was I was pretty solid about how I wanted her to move her shoulder, right? That's what was causing her to bounce up like that. That kind of encouraged it if it was going to happen. Good girl. So we got a lot of fire there, so we're just gonna, she's doing what I call motorcycle turning. See how she's like leaning into the turn, like she'd practically fall down if she wasn't a better balanced horse. Okay, so she's developed a little bit of a pattern there. She's gonna drop her head now, she's gonna keep it down, she's gonna keep it down, she's gonna lift it back up. She'll drop her head here. Oh, good, now you got her distracted. Good, good, there you go. So just, like when you start to see a pattern kind of evolving, you want to try to tell her, yeah, no, it's not really up for discussion. We're going to do it this way because I asked you to. Good. So my goal would be to get her head down where it's not bent down. She's looking for excuses right now to want to be somewhere else. showed yesterday that you literally have to just go like this. She knows which way you want her to go. Yes. She starts acting like she really needs full direction. Go ahead, release her. Good. So like yesterday, I promised her a place to stop. So we're gonna make this her promised place to stop. Normally I would do it with 2 cones, and I would do it at a rest spot where they know they are gonna be brought there and be released into that spot. Kind of like how I went over and then walked away. If you're on her and you want to stay on her, you can still give her a rest spot. We're gonna let her believe that she comes back to this barrel as like base, the rest spot. So we're gonna have to do it just like we did yesterday, like I did with her yesterday. You're gonna see what she does first, probably to that gate, that corner. You're gonna be place she's gonna think about going to first. When you're laying across her, I can feel automatically where my hands are. I feel like both my hands should be on one side, but I don't think they are. Okay. Okay. So this would be the hand, this would be the main. Okay, so if I needed it, okay. So, because I want you to be able to steer her, but also be ready to pull her around and cast it. And you don't want to I took some chances by oversteering her to see if I could get her to go away from my emergency stop. I usually don't let her get away from my emergency stop. I used to keep them still keep them this way no matter where I asked them to go, but yesterday I asked her to actually turn out away from it. I don't know if you want to do that. Okay? So what you can do is you can kind of keep steering to the left and then guide her straight to just see if you can manipulate some of the direction that you're offering her. You want to let her know that even though she's so super focused on you being on her back, that she has to follow direction. So we'll give that a shot. No, that's wrong. Yeah, that's... Yeah, I did mean try to bite me. That's the one thing. I'm trying to bite me. Oh, sorry. I might have gotten much. Depends what kind of mare. And actually depends on where they are in their season. Because my mare loves her teats. She'll even put her leg up like a dog at the hydrant, but not at certain times. Certain times she's like, I had a session with somebody one day and I found her horse's itchy spot. She goes, that was worth it just to have that knowledge now. She's like, you have no idea how much I've been wanting to find a spot for him. actually have you do it on your own too, because I don't want to get in the way. And since you're only on the side, you should be able to slide right off fairly easily. I actually wasn't in the way with Rio, but I felt like I somehow was in the way, and I really didn't like feeling like I could have been any part of the vulnerability. The playback didn't show me in the way, but I don't think in the way. So what's going to be important is actually getting yourself to where you're kind of draped across her. Because if you get yourself to where only like your belly button hits there, you're going to be shot. You're going to have like a step before you got to slide off. And at first, it may be not a big deal. Like you'll be able to kind of tell her, I'm going to do this kind of thing. But in the same sense, the faster you can kind of get to the riding part, the better. Because then she can accept the bigger piece. Because I think part of our problem with her right now is that she's got so many little pieces that she's decided I don't really like that nibble. So we want to start giving her bigger pieces to digest altogether. And you can check your, like remember yesterday I checked my emergency brake before I even got on there. I asked her to walk and just made sure that she'll stop to that turn. And she didn't actually bite me. She just spent a lot of time with her mouth on my calf, just so you know. So you might experience that. She didn't actually bite. Look, your friend came to watch and everything. Good girl. She's better than she was yesterday. Yesterday I was yelling at her a lot already by now. You can take your overhand, slap that shoulder. Okay, never mind. Good. Give her a rub, let her know. That's all she had to do. Good girl. Give her a rub. need to do is you might need to gather your reins and play gathering your reins games that stop her from moving her feet. Because that seems to be what triggers the foot movement again.
Yeah.
Well, that's nice because
Don't bite my leg.
I was gonna compliment that she didn't walk away until she did that. She's digesting that discipline. She
Yes.
recognized, yeah, no, she recognized that she got in trouble for that, so that's good. Because sometimes our timing's off, and it just becomes a different type of thing. So
Yeah.
she knows, yeah, she knows that she got disciplined for that specific thing, so there's a good chance she won't do it anymore.
Well, she does now.
Well, that's like Rick. Rick can't, he loses his mind when I raise my voice because he's not used to me yelling.
Yeah.
You know, so if I yell at him, he knows something's wrong.
Yeah, she's probably having like a oh shit.
And she kept a nice face. That was like the ideal experience right there. So if I was to assess improvements, other than her biting you, well, there was an improvement that time.
Yeah.
No biting. But yesterday, as soon as she felt me, as soon as she heard my feet leave the mounting block, off she was trying to go.
Yeah.
And I worked on that not happening, so that's why I quit on that, so she could soak on the, I get left alone finally by this thing.
Yeah.
So it's nice that that part looks fixed. Doesn't mean it's always going to be fixed, but it looks fixed for right now. Yeah, when she was coming around on me yesterday, I'd come down so that my shin bone would catch her on the top of her nose. So I would like almost like swipe her away with my shin bone. Right? So the next time you find that you've gotten on there where you feel like you could stay on, if she was moving,
Yeah.
then go ahead and just give her a very gentle click. But well, you might have a new issue. It was nice when they were just hanging out. Good. And do that all based on your comfort. You know, don't try to stay on longer. Don't tolerate faster than you want. You know, just bring her to that stop and slide off, but make sure that she responds to the stop. The stop is what gets the release. The release is you getting off, but the stop, her responding to the stop. So I mean, obviously, if you're in trouble, you have to get off, regardless of her not moving her feet. Obviously, always do what's safest for you. But we got to remember, even what we do wrong, if we do it repetitively, we're teaching. It's so right there too. It's in the knee. She just good girl. She's so pretty. got Alka-Seltzer in her shoes all of a sudden. Her whole body's not shaking, just her shoes. Yep, there you go. Yep.
Oh.
She decided she was tangled up, but she wasn't. See, I want to get, like, I can rescue you and take over this part, but I want to get you comfortable doing this, despite any antics, knowing that you are safe. You're on the ground. This way, you can practice this and become this be so normal for her that when you swing your leg over, it's really not different.
I mean, even with what's going on, I'm still feeling okay.
Okay, I wasn't sure if that just kind of, shook you a little bit.
Not hugely.
Okay.
It's hot.
Yeah, it's amazing how hard you start breathing. It's like I did not just run a mile, but I am breathing like I did. That's like when I used to have the mic like right up by my mouth. I feel like I sound like I'm winded, and it's just your adrenaline getting your air. Encourage her to go forward. Good, good, there you go.
How'd that feel?
Good. Yep, encourage her to go forward. Good, good, good. Now you can stop. Yeah, because we didn't want, cause the time before that, when she went and she believed she was all tangled up, she realized that gets you off, so she wanted to act all tangled up again. So that's why I was saying encourage her to go forward so that she doesn't get released on that a second time. Otherwise, you're going to have a horse that goes backwards to the barn from anywhere. There's horses that will do that, that will walk backwards to the barn from out on the trail.
Really?
Yep. Because people don't know how to control the backwards. So if she gets going where she believes that backwards is the resolve, then she's going to always go backwards on him. Good girl.
Good girl. It's like you knew that.
Did we ground drive her?
No. See your face.
It's actually pretty complacent. Encourage her to go forward. Good. Good. Take her to the barrel if you can and stop her at the barrel. Slide off. Good. And then what you can do, like that was a really good ride. So what you can do to make those different rides is you can, damn, is you can move the mounting block to change your ride. Because your ride is always going to want to bring you back here. Then, once you feel comfortable taking your single solo rides to here, then what you're going to do is you're going to actually try to get her to go past here. And then you're going to promise her you'll bring her back. But as that ride becomes only from there to there, then gradually she's going to believe her rides are very short. So then what you would do is you would move the mounting block over there. or you would turn it to where you get on where she's facing that way, or that next time she's facing that way, or next time she's facing that way. You just change kind of everything based on the mounting block to change your ride. Then gradually you'll get to where you can ask her to pass her rest spot, and then promise you'll bring her back. So she'll learn through the repetition of this that yes, my rides get longer, but I still come here. Then when you feel like she really is handling the rides, then you say, can you go past here and I'll bring you right back. And then sometimes it could be, I'll bring you to the mounting block and back, because then again, that she remembers that looks familiar. So ideally, that's what you would try to do. Now, obviously, it's all about balance at that point, right? Because how long can you hang on? But if you can, when you start getting to where you've done it for a while and you're comfortable, where you can ride her literally to the mounting block and then back. And I would do that. Like if I was planning on making that the next ride, I would do that specifically by moving the mounting block close enough to where, you know, you're not taking her all the way to the gate again and then trying to ride her back, only because your balance is your issue. Not that she can't do it, your balance will be your issue. And then this is a nice place to just like, you know, keep her be. Because remember yesterday, I stepped away, I backed away from her and left her to kind of go. And that's the kind of release I needed to leave her. Now she's going to start to play because she's had enough rest time. So you almost want to try to find that balance too, where we don't say, okay, don't find something else to do, this was to rest.
Yeah, actually, it's so good that way. So it's like, well, walk.
Yeah. That's just like I took her to the bike yesterday.
Yeah.
I wanted her focused that way, so I knew once we got going, I'd at least get that. I get her to think.
Yeah.
So it's exactly what I would have done. You know, you point them in their focus as long as they're focusing in panic. Like if focusing on them was like, but where'd they go?
Yeah.
Now you're in trouble.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want her tail there either. So you almost want to have like a soft view. So I would face her this way, so she had a soft view. But they're just hanging out, so it's a nice, you know. So, but just always know the difference between a soft view necessary or, you know, a dangerous. Like the bike back then, I'd be dead on, and it was a soft view mainly because she wasn't going to go running to the bikes.
Yeah.
You know, but she could go running looking for them. Okay. So I would do one more because that was a great run, and that was a nice rest time around that ride. Do that ride again, and then we're going to do mountain block. Ideally, you're going to do this enough times playing with her, and consider this playtime. Come out here and play with her. You're going to come out here, you're going to do this a bunch of times with her, and then one day you're just going to flip your leg over there, and she's not going to know the difference. And in the meantime, you've increased your ride time, you've increased her experience, because she's definitely going to be the horse that, yes, she needs the little bites, but in the same sense, she needs to be happy with the bites that she's, you know what I mean? Like, cause if you give her too much to chew on, she's going to spit it out.
Yeah.
And we don't want her doing that because she doesn't do it very politely.
No.
Yeah. So we got to keep her thinking progressively, but not shoving stuff down her throat. What's Steve coming here for? Stupid Steve. He just pulled in.
Oh.
He's got a tractor on the.
Oh, I guess he's starting to leave today then.
If it's okay, I'd probably go with that only because she's been left to stand there thinking it was okay for so long. Good. Yeah, and say ho before you pull her around. You want the ho? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Was she already coming, or it seemed like her head came around before I heard ho?
She started to.
Okay. So she's already, she knows, she understands. That tells you, she told you, I know my purpose of this barrel.
Yeah. She took a beeline for it.
Yeah, at that end, she knew she's going to be pulled around to a hoe.
Yeah.
Because it looked like she was pulled around prior to, hey, looked like she turned around prior to you saying hoe. That's why I thought you said it second.
No, she started like shifting already.
Okay. Okay, so that was another really good ride. Yeah, that's okay if she wants to stay with you. So this time, we'll just make it a longer ride, but still with similar focus. Now she has to kind of come out and around. I did not test the mountain block, the 30. I really think that was in this.
Yeah, it is. You have the wide legs.
Maybe he saw we were here. He didn't want to interfere. He just left. Oh, okay. In a small, like, Honda, or a small, track. I'd up and over, but that's. It's funny. It's unstickered. Good girl. It's a good girl. You have to look for the praises, love, because you'll know when you're doing it right. She's like, I don't care when I'm doing it right. I'm pretty sure I did it right.
Like you
guys, you guys are wrong because I was right. Good girl. Even with them talking to her,